The National Prosecuting Authority Amendment Bill is the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development's answer to the President's response to the State Capture Report. The President's response had three main points: to establish a permanent investigating directorate, to ensure transparency in the appointment of the head of prosecutions, and to strengthen the capacity of the NPA. The current bill before Parliament only deals with one of the three aspects.
Investigating directorate to be established as a permanent entity. Here, the National Prosecuting Authority Amendment Bill has been introduced and is currently undergoing deliberation in Parliament.
MPs raised concern that while the NPA Amendment Bill deals with the establishment of a permanent investigating directorate, it does not deal adequately with the independence of the NPA.
From what is in the presentation, as well as what was now shared with us during the presentation, we must, in my view, be worried that there is a disconnect between the remarks of the Zondo Commission about the importance to deal with and to establish an independent national prosecuting authority versus the envisaged work by the department and this government as set out in the presentation.
And we know the recommendations came out a long time ago, the Zondo Commission, and we are dealing with an NPA bill now. So it is a pity that bill dealing with or purporting to deal with the permanent successor to the ID. It's a pity that we were not able to look at this aspect, independence of the NPA. Understanding it would require a constitutional amendment, as the department has pointed out. But the pity now is obviously this is now going to stand over to post-election.
The department conceded that there is no time to add proposals that deal with the independence of the NPA.
Those are all issues, as I said before on the introduction of the NPA Amendment Bill. Those are all issues that are quite complicated, that need to be reflected on, deliberated on, and will take time, particularly if they involve constitutional amendments. And that is why we want the National Prosecuting Act Amendment Bill passed, to ensure that right now the investigating directorate has greater capacity.
However, MPs say an investigating directorate that falls under the NPA will not be independent, citing the fate of the former investigating directorate, the Scorpions.
We've seen what happens when you have an investigating directorate that works, housed within the National Prosecuting Authority. As soon as politicians become uncomfortable with such a unit, they just disband it, as they did with the DSO. Despite great opposition to the disbanding of the DSO, it was disbanded because it went after politicians and they didn't like being bitten.
The department has reiterated that it's racing against time to ensure any changes are made before the 6th Parliament's term ends ahead of next year's general elections. The closing date for submissions on the National Prosecuting Authority Amendment Bill is the 6th of October. Alrisma Shaba, SABC News, Parliament.